Did you just start playing Rise of Kingdoms only a few weeks ago and all of a sudden you're in a kingdom versus kingdom situation and you're wondering which marches to use in your kingdom versus kingdom 1 fighting?
Well, watch till the end of the video to find out which marches to use in KvK 1. Hi everyone,
This is Ladus.
and M.
So today we're going to go through 3 top 5 marches for KvK 1. So when I say 3, what we mean is we will have one set
Of high spenders, one set of medium low spenders, and one set of...
free to play. So we are starting off with the big spender top 5 marches, and the first one we have in the top 5 is Ethelfled and Barca. Now Ethelfled and Barca both has something in common. Em, can you tell us what that is?
They both debuff the enemy troops.
That is correct. So if you have Ethelfled and Barca maxed and if you're using mixed troops, then very likely that you'll be able to melt down the opponent by having this march within your top 5, within your 5 field marches. So we're not a big spender. As you can see, my Barca is still at level 1, but big spenders who spend more than $1,000 a week will probably have him maxed before KvK 1 fighting starts. Now moving on, the next march we have Charles and Mehmed. Now Charles is very tanky with his shields. He also boosts the damage of the secondary commander, which is Mehmed in this case. He has a lot of skill damage and he can hit up to 5 targets. We're using infantry for that, as the primary commander is infantry. Then we have Tzu and Frederick. Now Tzu is an epic. In KvK 1 he's as good as a legendary. He has a lot of rage generation when he's hitting more targets, and he can hit up to 5 targets, which is great. And Freddy always wanted someone to generate the rage for him, which Tzu can do, and Freddy can heal a little bit himself as well. And obviously Freddy allows more troops to be brought out because of one of his skills. So that's that. Next one we have, this is the obvious one, we got Minamoto and KvK. Minamoto, all spenders, not even high spenders, all spenders will have him max. And KvK, from the gold keys, if you're a big spender, you'll get a lot of gold keys. You will almost have him maxed by the time KvK 1 fighting starts. And obviously cavalry for this one. This one will give you a lot of kills. Now the next one, or the last one for us, is Elcid and YSG. Now Elcid is not really my favorite commander, and after KvK 1 I don't really see me using him at all ever. But then just for KvK 1, and if you're a big spender, then you can invest a little bit into him, so that you can pair up with YSG. Now that is the top 5 for big spenders. Just going through all of them together again. First march, Ethelfled Barca, mixed troops. Second march, Charles and Mehmed, infantry. Third march, Tzu and Frederick, infantry. Fourth march, Minamoto and KvK, cavalry. Fifth march, Elcid and YSG with, oh my god, it said Royal Knights. Obviously not Royal Knights. So fifth march with Elcid and YSG, archers obviously.
Yeah.
So that covers the big spender one. Next up, we are going to go through the top 5 marches for mid to low spenders. Em, would you do us the honors?
My pleasure. So, the first march is Richard and Bjorn. So, Richard is really tanky and Bjorn makes the enemy take more damage.
Yep, skill damage. Now, what's the next one?
The next one is Charles Martel and Tzu.
Yep. So, you're using infantry for both?
Yes.
Okay. So, Charles and Tzu is a very good combination because Charles does his his shields, which is great. So tanky, and then also boosts the skill damage of Tzu gives him more rage, so Charles can do more shields. So altogether it's a very good march.
Yeah.
Yep. And what's next?
So our next march is Ethelfled and Joan of Arc. We're using mixed troops. Ethelfled debuffs the enemy and Joan of Arc buffs all 5 of our troops. Now how amazing is that?
That is very good. Now moving on, what's the fourth one?
It's Kira and Yusongai. Kira and Yusongai can both attack 5 marches, and obviously we're using archers for that.
Unlike how I was using cavalry in my setup before. So what about your fifth march?
My 5th march is Pelagios and KvK. Both of them generate a bit of healing, so that's why they actually surprisingly stay alive for a really long time.
That is true. So going through the 5 marches again for mid to low spenders. So first up we have Richard and Bjorn with infantry. We have Charles and Sansu with infantry. We have Ethelfled and Joan with mixed troops. We have Kira and YSG with archers. And we have Pelagios and KvK with cavalry. Now, for all these marches, you're surely not going to have T5 for KvK 1 if you're a low to mid spender, so using T4 is just as good, I guess. And in terms of the commanders, you may not have the legendary ones maxed. Maybe you will have just Richard maxed, maybe you will just have YSG maxed, maybe not the others. But then as long as any of the legendaries is more than 5111, they're already better than epics. So a 5111 Richard is already better than Ulgi, if you want to compare that way. So that kind of makes up the list. So don't be worried if your commanders are not maxed. When M was doing KvK 2 even, she only had her Richard at 5111 and Charles at 5211 or something like that. But then she did manage to get decent amount of kills. So you don't have to have the legendaries maxed for KvK 1. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Now, for the last list, we are going to look at complete free-to-play players who may not have spent a lot of time or any money at all in the game, and all of a sudden it's kingdom versus kingdom, and you want to participate with 5 marches with epics basically at that stage. So we'll have a look at those marches as well. So I think I have saved them in blue. So again, this is the complete free-to-play setup for KvK 1. So first up, we got Sansu and Osmond. Now, Sansu, as I said, is the best epic, so he can hit multiple targets, have a lot of rage, and Osmond is looking for someone to give him a bit more rage so that he can do a lot of damage, and Osmond allows you to bring more troops. So first march, Sansu, Osmond, infantry. Now the second march, we have Bjorn and CPO. Now Bjorn debuffs the enemy, makes them take more damage, and then CPO makes you tanky so that you last a little bit longer. CPO actually, I think, adds a little bit of healing somewhere as well, and for that we use infantry. Now the third one, same as the medium to low spenders, we got Ethelfled and Joan because they add that much value. Ethelfled debuffs the enemy, Joan buffs all your troops. Now next march we have Kusunuki and Kira. Now, Kira, you probably won't have maxed, maybe not even Kusunuki, but then they don't have to. You're as long as they're decently leveled up, you can somewhat use them. Now, the next one, we have Pelagios and Babies. Pelagios has healing, Pelagios has a little bit of regeneration, and Babies can hit up to, I actually forgot 3 or 5. Let me double check. 5 targets. So Babies can hit up to 5 targets. So that's your cavalry march. Now, in terms of the free-to-play version again, so not necessarily you have to have all the commanders maxed. Preferably, you will have them at a higher level. By that, I mean you'll have them at 60, if not 60, above 50 at least, because that way you get to bring more marches out. But then you have what you have. So just recapping. So first march, Sansu and Osmond infantry. Second march, Bjorn and CPO infantry. Third march, Ethelfled and Joan. Fourth march, Kusunuki and Kira. Fifth march, Pelagios and Babies. Now, that makes up the whole list. And before we finish up, I would like to mention that these are the marches we, other than Bjorn, every single other commander that we talk, or actually, sorry, other than Bjorn and Barca, every single commander that we mentioned in this video, we did lots and lots of fighting with all these commanders. If you want to find out which commander got us how many kills, you'll find that in the card up top where we have a link to our playlist, and there's a video there where it's a I think the name of the video was commanders that gives you most kills or something along those lines. But then either way, these are the 5 marches that we will recommend for every level of spender in the game and free to play. So that's it for today. Bye from Ladis.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you never miss a video. Bye!